Hey everybody, how's it going? It's Levi here with the next part of our bike series. I actually just got done riding this thing a matter of like 2 minutes ago. And well, I'm happy to say the carb is fixed. And we took it apart last episode or episode before, I don't remember. I'm recording these and I'm posting them each day, so I record multiple in the day sometimes. So let me get the seat off, and then we'll go do an overview of just kind of what I did and what I figured out. So, off camera, I took this carb apart again, and the brass piece for the overflow was at an angle. It was bent, and so it was okay, that's just condensation or water or something. I thought it might have been gas, but it's not. So the overflow, the little tube for it, it was at an angle. So the gas, before it actually reached the maximum bowl capacity, the gas was getting into it and leaking out. So I just kind of took a pair of pliers and straightened it. And, well, we no longer leak gas. As you see, it is, focus, it's on. I'm not sure how well you can see it, but it's on. Middle is off and the top is reserve. So it's on, and we aren't leaking anything. Look at the ground, not leaking anything. So we're good. What I do want to show you guys, you might have already noticed it. The front fender, I got it looking so clean. And I'm going to be going over these spots that are kind of sun faded. Let me get where you can kind of see it. Let me turn off this light so you can see it better. Yeah, you see, these spots are kind of sun faded. They're lighter than the rest of the plastic. So I'm going to show you guys my process and what I like to do. And we're going to do it with this piece. So what I already did, I've already kind of prepped this one. This is just what's kind of peeled off from it already. So what I did was I grabbed some of this right here. Clean Strip Paint and Varnish Stripper. I got it at either Ace Hardware or Lowe's. I'm not too sure. And I just put it on this little pad right here. And then I rubbed it on the plastic. And I kind of just let it sit for a while. About 10 minutes, which it's actually been about an hour now. So it should be plenty of time. And we're just going to see how well it rolls off. I just kind of scraped it off with that one with my Ace Hardware scraper here. So I'm going to let's just kind of see how well this comes off. Let's try it this way. Oh yeah, it comes off pretty well. So I basically just am going to do this to the entire piece, and I'm not going to do it all on camera because it would just take too long. And it's already probably going to take a little while because there's some pieces like that are going to want to be stubborn. And I'm going to try not to scratch it up as much as I did that one. That one kind of got scratched up. And then I'm going to go through the exact same process I did with that one on this one, and we're going to get it looking good. Because if you can tell, it's a little bit sun faded there and right there. So I'm going to show you guys the process in which I do to get them looking pretty brand new again. So let me get all the paint scraped off this, and yeah, I'll get back to you guys. All right, everybody. It's been about 5 minutes or so, and I've got roughly half of it done. It's coming along really well. This paint stripper really helps this stuff. I would recommend letting it sit for maybe a little less time, maybe about 20 or 30 minutes, because, I mean, I don't know if it's going to eat away at the plastic. I'm not going to worry about the back, mainly because it's just going to be exposed on the gas tank, so I'm not going to worry about the back. So we're just going to do the front. I will clean the back, though. I will get these plastics clean, which this actually, there's the part number, which is for 125. So, I mean, the back, it actually just comes off so easy. I could probably take a piece of sandpaper and just do it and whatnot. But I don't know. I'm not going to take the sandpaper to it. That's a stupid idea. But, yep, it's just kind of shaving off. I mean, it's coming off really easy. The sides are actually surprisingly easy. You wouldn't think, but they are. Very easy to do. Anyways, I'm going to finish this up, and by the time I get back to you guys next, it's probably going to be done. So, alright. It's not done. Only got that little bit left. But here's what it's looking like. This part through here was a pain in the butt. This was pretty easy. That was not. As you see, it got pretty darn scratched, and there's still some spots. But, you know, I'm not going to go crazy and try and make it look brand new. I mean, I just want it to, you know, not be totally black anymore and actually kind of look stock. Just look how it was. But the process I'm going to use on this, I also used on that, which was pretty much pink whenever we got all the spray paint stripped off of it. And here's what it looked like, and then here's what it's going to look like after and whenever we use what I'm going to do on it. It's going to be more shiny, look darker like it should, because this is what it looks like. Let me get the dirt and whatnot off of it. That's, yeah, kind of what it looks like. And then this is what after we use. I just kind of did it on this one. So, yeah, it's going to look good. I'm telling you. This four-wheeler is going to need some work, definitely. But, yeah, that's what it's going to look like on the plastics when we're done. It's going to look nicer. And that one already looks pretty darn nice. And I might touch it up a little bit. I don't know. Alrighty. Here we go. We got ourselves a pretty blue plastic. And there's all the spray paint on the ground. So, that looks a whole lot better than the black. I don't know about y'all, but I think it looks a ton better, personally. I mean, it's kind of, all right, yeah, there we go. That just looks a whole lot better. And I might get some decals for it, so I'm not too concerned about the scratches. Do want to get it to a nice, good color, though. Kind of match that. So get rid of that, and whatnot. Can't even see the scratches on camera, and you really can't. It's not too crazy noticeable on here. So I'm going to go through the process of what I like to do to restore these things. And just as a reminder, I used that scraper and this clean strip, paint, and varnish stripper. I got it at Lowe's or Ace Hardware, don't really remember. Probably at Lowe's, probably at both, but so here's what I like to do. Spider right there. I'm just gonna get rid of him. Alright, so what I like to do, gotta excuse this mess, is I went to Harbor Freight and picked up this heat gun. Here's the details and whatnot of it. Not sure if you can really see it. It's a 1700 watt heat gun. There you go. So you can pause the video right there if you want to get the exact thing. So I turned my heat gun to 900 degrees Fahrenheit. Sorry if it's a little loud. And my lights are going to start flickering, so you have to excuse that too. So what I like to do is I like to let it heat up to about 900 degrees. And then I like to get a nice even heat on this plastic. And, hold on, let me fix my camera. There you go. Make sure there's not a whole ton of your spray paint still on there, because it will melt it into the plastic, and then it's going to be a nightmare to get off. So these little specks of black, I'm not too concerned about. I'll just go over them, no big deal. So there's two processes I'm going to do to get the maximum amount of color out of it as I possibly can. And I'm just going to go over it with this heat gun, which is now at 900 degrees. And then I'll show you guys what I do next. So as you can see, it's making it a nice blue. And it won't stay this blue. I wish it would. But what this essentially does is draws the oils and the plastic up to the surface. Try your best not to touch that against the plastic. It will melt very quickly. As you see, it gives it a nice glossy look, and it looks real good. So just go over it, get a nice even heat over the entire plastic. It's kind of hard to do this one-handed without holding the plastic in certain parts. So just kind of do this over your entire plastic. And I won't get back to you guys whenever I do that. It's just kind of hard to do with, one hand. So, yeah. This is just a disclaimer. If you get your plastic really hot, it will bend and kind of morph. So just kind of make sure it's on a good surface and that it won't be bending too much. Because I about made that mistake holding it. So just make sure to hold it steady